I got a funny feeling. I got a funny feeling. Yeah.
Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, and we've got an interesting video here in front of us. Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight Travels to India, Season 2 trailer. Jack Black, Rita Ora. Now, I am a long-time fan of Kung Fu Panda. It's one of my all-time favorite films. The first one. I have not kept up with a lot of Kung Fu Panda's adventures in the last several years, but this one in particular I'm sharing with you guys for obvious reasons. Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight Travels to India. As a heads up, this is aimed directly at kids, this particular video, so I will try my best to be, I'll refrain from using particular language that might offend children or offend parents of those children. I'm not setting this video for kids. It's still gonna be aimed at grown-ups, but in the off chance that YouTube sees it and goes, oh, this is aimed at children, I'm gonna keep it super, super, super clean as much as I possibly can. Let's check this out. Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight Travels to India. Here we go.
We have a massive challenge ahead of us. Find the legendary Cheng Sheng weapons and stop Klaus and Veruca once and for all. Or else be doomed to a world of... What's a good word for evil? I feel like I use that a bunch.
Batitude?
Batitude. Goodbye, China.
Welcome to India.
One Kung Fu master. One chivalrous warrior.
I've been training for this my whole life.
A master thief.
Let's not make a big thing out of it.
And the world's greatest dad.
And?
World's greatest noodle maker?
You got that right.
I'm gonna get my weapons, my army, my revenge.
We don't know what we're running into. So look sharp and follow me.
Fire!
We got the smarts.
Oh, better than a chiropractor.
We got each other. Fear not, we are here to help.
It smells like steamed broccoli wrapped in your workout pants.
Ew! What?
Dad! Stealth mission? Mission of stealth. Hey, Rukmini! We made it inside!
Okay. Oh, this comes out the 12th. All right. We're creeping up on it. So that was a thing that happened. I've seen a number of you guys complain about the music that you always hear whenever India is featured in something. It's a very generic Indian sound. American filmmakers tend to do these things to help distinguish a particular ethnic quality about their movies or stories. Like when you watch the movie Traffic, for instance, and you watch, the characters in Mexico, it's got this very kind of yellowy tint. And even Breaking Bad does the same thing, where it's like this yellowy or orange tint. And Breaking Bad is a highly revered show that everybody loves. To have that here is not all that surprising. It's not all that, shocking that they would go there and use that kind of music, but I can already feel what some of my audience might feel as it's happening. I'm like, oh God, I can feel a number of you cringing. So let's go through this a little bit.
What's a good word for evil? I feel like I use that a bunch.
Batitude?
What happened there? Did you guys see that? This popped out at me the moment it happened. I'm like, oh, maybe it was a jump cut or something. Maybe in the actual show, more time passes and they're just cutting forward for the sake of the trailer, but it looks like a bad render to me. It's not a bad render. I think that this is, they're just trying to keep this trailer short and sweet.
Batitude. Goodbye, China.
Welcome to India.
Let's cut down to the, let's get.
Please,
Let's get down to brass tacks and talk about what you guys want to talk about. How do you feel about this? Are you guys feeling this trailer? For those of you who are Kung Fu Panda fans like myself, what do you guys think of this? There's no hint as to whether or not yoga would be explored or Kali Potru, the Indian martial arts style. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There was no indication of Bollywood dance sequences or dance sequences in general, of any kind. We did hear a woman who sounds like she has a Hindi accent. I'm just wondering what necessarily makes it Indian, other than they say they go to India and they leave China behind. So in the description, it says, pursuit of the villainous weasels Klaus, Chris Gere, and Veruca de la Saba, and the powerful Tianxing weapons has Po, Jack Black venture outside of China for the first time with a motley crew of warriors, including the fierce wandering blade Rita Ora, the slippery Rukmini, Ranuma Hanthaki, and loyal Mr. Ping, James Hong. He's been there from the first one. From a museum heist in India to a volcanic eruption in Central America, the heroes face danger at every turn on their journey to unravel the secrets surrounding Blade's brother and his connection to the magical weapons. Okay, so we have some names I feel like we should look up. Della Saba. These are names I don't know. Indian actress. London. It's a little bit surprising to me they didn't try to get anybody from India, considering they're going to India. But I mean, I guess it's cool that they're just hiring, you know, other Indian actresses that, you know, want the work and are, you know, presumably capable. Rita Ora. Rita Ora is a British singer and songwriter. She rose to prominence in February 2012. She's Yugoslavian? Albanian. That's twice they hired someone who's British. And then Ra Numa Pathaki. And then, I mean, the name just sounds Indian. I don't know anything about her either. I've never... Modern Family, Teen Wolf, NCIS. Okay, so she's done a lot of American stuff. I'm not familiar with her. Maybe if I watched more TV, I would know who she is. I think that my first instinct when I see something like going to India, my first instinct or my first assumption is that they're trying to appeal to the Indian audience. They're trying to gather that fan base, right? Or a fan base from India if it doesn't already exist. But without the inclusion of anyone from India, like well known, the obvious choice being someone like Priyanka Chopra, Shah Rukh Khan, like those big Bollywood names, right? Without the inclusion of actors or actresses like that, my next assumption is that the goal wasn't to target India at all. It was just a location, which is a little surprising. It's just a cool new direction for the show to go. No longer in China. Now we're in India. It's just, it allows you the opportunity to have new kinds of places to go to and explore. That's the point. It's not really to gather the audience from India. They're not really concerned with you guys at all. It's good and it's neutral. It's not bad. It's just good or neutral. Because when you have something like XXX, right, and you include Deepika Padukone, it's cool to me to see an Indian actress from India make it into American mainstream. But there's a part of me that gets a little frustrated when I see stuff like that because I go, well, there's plenty of like capable Indian actresses here in the States that aren't getting that opportunity. And the reason why the producers just elected to hire Deepika Padukone is because she's got international clout. She's got pull in India so that Indian audiences in India will want to watch it. You're ticking off a lot of boxes, and you get a powerful female ticking off another box there. There is a part of me that cringes a little bit when I see that stuff while I'm celebrating. I just feel bad for the minority actresses and actors over here who aren't getting that same shot, even though they're like here for that and they were raised here and etc. Seeing this and knowing that they're not really concerned with the international pull and like getting the Indian audience, I'm like, oh, okay, that's... So they're just setting it in India, just for the sake of telling that story there. That's cool. Anyway, I've well made that point. I don't think I'm gonna watch this personally. I'm obviously not the target audience. There hasn't quite been any magic like the first Kung Fu Panda. I think I enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 3, but it still wasn't the same magic as the first one. There's something quite special about that first Kung Fu Panda that has not been replicated yet as far as my experience with it goes. That's why I watched this one. I was like, maybe this will get me into it. It's not for me. It's for kids. And that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that, but one can hope. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know your feelings in the comments below. I'm Jaby KOAY. Peace out.